and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a bubble tea plushie. This idea was recommended to me by Haley Woodbury, so many thanks for such an adorable plushie suggestion. If you have any plushie ideas for future videos, please be sure to go leave them down below in the comments. I absolutely love hearing your ideas. You can make your bubble tea plushie any color that you want. Also, I used felt to make these plushies, but feel free to use a different type of material if you would like. As always, the pattern for this plushie is completely free and can be found down below in the description box. So go print out the template and use it to cut out the pieces you'll need to make this plushie. This template is comprised of 3 pages. The first page has the pieces to make the cup, the second page has the pieces to make the lid, and the third page has the pieces to make the straw, bubbles, and face. If you enjoy plushie tutorials like this one, please be sure to go check out my channel. My channel is filled with so many other plushie tutorials just like this one. Also, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps on my channel and I appreciate it so very much. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get into this tutorial. After you cut out all of your pieces, the first step to making your bubble tea plushie is to take this piece right here and you're just going to fold it in half like this, and then you're going to use the back stitch and just sew from here all the way up to here. To do the back stitch, you're first going to have to thread and knot your needle with some thread that will match the same color as the material. So since I'm using pink material, I have my needle threaded with some pink thread. And if you don't know how to thread and knot your needle, that is completely okay. It's really easy, and I actually have a video for that, so you can go check it out and learn how to do it. Once you have your sewing needle threaded and knotted, what you're going to do is take your needle and make your first stitch through both pieces right over here and pull all the way. And then you'll make another stitch right over here. Again, pull all the way. And then you'll make a stitch back where you made that first stitch. So like that. And then pull so it looks like this. And then to do another stitch, you'll go like right over there. Pull, go back where you made that other stitch, just like that. And I'll show you one more time. So make a stitch like here, pull, go back where you made that other stitch, and then there you go. So you just keep doing that all the way until you get to this point, and then you'll make a few knots with your thread. After you finish sewing this piece together, you're going to see that one side has a smaller circle and the other side has a larger circle. And this smaller circle is going to be the base of the bubble tea plushie, and this larger circle is going to be the top of the cup on the bubble tea plushie. So just to show you what I'm talking about, the smaller circle down here is going to be this smaller circle going around down here, so it's going to be the base. And then this larger circle up here is going to be this part going around the top of the cup on the plushie. So the next step that you're going to do is you're going to take this circle and you're going to sew it around the smaller circle on this piece. So don't sew this around the larger circle, which is this part up here. Make sure you sew this around the smaller circle, because this circle is going to be the base of the plushie. So all you're going to do is take this circle and you're going to sew it around to attach the circle onto this piece, and you're just going to use the back stitch again, which, just a reminder, is the exact same stitch that was used to sew over here together. At this point, this is what the push should look like. And now what we're going to do is attach some black plastic safety eyes onto the plushie. And if you don't have any black plastic safety eyes, you most certainly don't need to put them on your plush. You can just skip these next few steps and instead just cut out two circles of black material and you can glue them on to the plushie when you glue on the mouth and the cheeks. But if you are attaching the black plastic safety eyes, what you're going to do is take this piece and turn it inside out. Like that. And then what you're going to do is position the plush like this so that the back is directly on the back and over here is going to be the front of the plush. And then you're going to place the mouth and then also the cheeks on the plush how you want it to look when the plush is complete. Then you're going to take a marker and just make a dot where each of the eyes are going to go. So I'm just going to put one dot right there and one right over there. Once you make the two dots in the plushie, you can then remove the cheeks and the mouth. And then you're going to fold this like that. Take some scissors and make a small little cut where each of those marks are. And then to attach the black plastic safety eye onto the plush, you're just going to take this piece and put it through one of the holes. And then take one of the backings and just press it on. Just like that. And then you'll attach the other eye the exact same way. After you finish attaching these pieces together, you can put this over to the side. And now we're going to work on the straw of the bubble tea plushie. And to make the straw, you're going to need this small circle and then this rectangle. To make the straw, the first thing you're going to do is sew this longer part of the rectangle all the way around this circle. And again, you're just going to use the back stitch, which is the same stitch that was used before. After you sew this part together, you'll see that there's a little bit of excess material up here, so you can just take some scissors and cut that off. Then you're going to use the back stitch again just to sew right along here to attach this piece and this piece together. Now that the straw is sewn together, you can turn it inside out. As you just saw, I used this wooden dowel to help turn the plush inside out. I just got this wooden dowel in the bag of stuffing that I had bought. If you don't have one, you can use something similar like a pencil. The next step is to attach the straw onto the lid of the bubble tea plushie, and to do that, you're going to take the straw and put it right through the hole of this piece, and you're going to want to line it up just like that. So make sure the seam on the straw is lined up on this piece like this. And the reason I say that is because if you line it up like this, when you finish the bubble tea plushie, the seam on the straw will then end up on the back like this, so that it lines up with the other seams on the plushie. And then again, you're just going to use the back stitch, so just sew all the way around to attach the straw onto this white piece right here. After you finish sewing the straw onto this white piece, this is what it's going to look like. And now what you're going to do is take the other white piece, so this piece right here, and you're going to place them right on top of each other like this. And then you're going to use the back stitch again and just sew from here all the way to here. Once you get to this point, this is what the piece is going to look like. And we can put this over to the side. And now we're going to move on to the rim of the lid. And to sew that piece together, you're going to have to take these two O-shaped pieces and you're just going to place them right on top of each other like that. And again, you're going to use that back stitch and you're going to sew all the way around the exterior of these two pieces. After using the back stitch around the exterior part of these two pieces, the next thing you're going to do is turn this inside out. So you're just going to turn this around. Like that. Next, you're going to sew together the inner part of these two circles and you're going to use the blanket stitch. To do the blanket stitch, what you're going to do is take your sewing needle and make your first stitch just like this and pull all the way. Then you're going to take your sewing needle and bring it through this hole. And then you're going to make a stitch through both pieces so that it comes through where you made that first stitch. So you'll pull, again, come through this hole, and then take your sewing needle and go through that loop right here. Pull all the way. And then to do another stitch, you'll take your sewing needle, go through both pieces, pull, go through this loop right here, and pull. So again, make a stitch, pull, go through the loop, pull all the way. And then you're going to do that probably to about maybe here, and then we'll start filling the plush up with stuffing. As you can see, I sewed the plush from here all the way to here. And now I'm going to start filling it up with some stuffing. And to do that, you're just going to take small pieces of stuffing, place it like here, and then take a wooden dowel or something similar and just push it into the plush. And then you're just going to keep filling this up with stuffing. And then once that's full up to this point, you'll keep using the blanket stitch around. And then again, you'll fill it up with some stuffing. Again, sew more, fill it up with stuffing, and then just keep filling it up with stuffing and sewing it together until it's complete. This is what the rim will look like when it's all done. And now what we're going to do is take those two pieces we sewed together before, so this piece and then this piece, and we're going to turn this one back inside out like that. And then we're going to take this piece place it inside the pink piece, just like that. The seam on the lid should line up right in between the two black plastic safety eyes, and to keep this held in place, I like to take a pin and just put it right there like that. And then on this side, The seam of the lid should line up right with the seam of the cup. And again, I just like to take a pin and put it right here to hold everything in place. Then what you're going to do is use the back stitch again, and sew from here all the way around to about there. And you're going to leave an opening so that you can turn the plush inside out. This next step is optional, but what I'm going to be doing is adding some weighted stuffing beads to the plushie. So basically it'll make the plush weighted on the bottom, allowing it to stand up on its own. To show you what I mean, I'm going to take one of the plushies I already finished. So I'm going to take this one right here. And as you can see, it's standing up straight all on its own. And even when you put it on its side, it still doesn't fall over. And the reason it's doing that is because it has the weighted stuffing beads on the bottom. Also, just to let you guys know, the weighted stuffing beads I'll be using are called poly pellets. Next, I'm going to fill up the straw with some stuffing. So I'm just taking a little bit of stuffing right here, and then I'm going to put it inside the straw. I'm going to take that wooden dowel again, just to help push the stuffing up. Needs a little bit more. Just like that. And then you're going to fill up the rest of the plush with stuffing. Once the plush is filled with stuffing, what you're going to do is use the ladder stitch to sew this opening closed. To do the ladder stitch, what you're going to do is do a stitch like this, pull, then do a stitch like that up here. Again, pull, again down here, up there, and then you'll just keep doing that to the end and then make a few knots. At this point, your plush should be completely sewn together and look something like this. And next, what you're going to do is take that rim you sewed together previously and just put it around the plush. Like that. Now I'm just going to use some tacky glue to glue on the mouth and the cheeks onto the plushie. And the last step to finishing your bubble tea plushie is to glue on the black circles. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and have lots of fun making your own bubble tea plushie. Also, I linked some more plushie tutorials for my channel on the screen and also down below in the description box if you'd like to go check them out. Anyway, thank you so much for being here and supporting my channel. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.